What's up, everyone? We are live with another episode of the Dog Check Postgame Show. Once again, I'm Matt, and joining me is the always amazing Sean Hayford. How you doing,
How's it
bud?
going, guys?
How you doing, Sean?
Otherwise very good day today, marred by the Browns. Story of my life.
Yeah.
Not the story of this season, but today just felt like, what today felt like was today felt like same old Browns.
A little bit,
honestly.
yeah.
Like they couldn't stop the run. The defense was just horrific in general. Again, and despite playing in what should have been their element, they just weren't good in any phase of the game at all. Like they sucked at everything.
Well, let's not delve too deep into that yet, because we do have guests, and of course, joining us again for the second time is Justin. How you doing, bud?
What's up, man?
Not much. And joining us for the first time is Cortez. How you doing, Cortez? How deep are you right now? I just gotta ask because I see the bottle right there.
Typical Browns fashion, right?
Hey man, right. The easiest way to beat a hangover is to just get drunk again.
Exactly.
Can't be hungover if you're drunk.
Is that how you beat Gustavo Clark's annoyance? Cortez shaking his head with that one. Justin's like, I'm gonna stay quiet.
We gonna skip that
one. Fair enough. Well, we're here to talk Browns and what I guess you can call a game. It's not like it wasn't entertaining. It wasn't fun to watch. It was entertaining in the sense that it was a good game for the most part. It was just nobody was scoring up until the end. But at the end of the day, the only team to score a touchdown won.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cortez, we're going to start off with you. What were your feelings going into that fourth quarter when it was still like a 9-6 game?
My feelings?
Yeah.
Run the ball, and stop the run. That's all I kept saying the whole game. Run the ball, stop the run. If you can just keep it going, keep it on the ground, get that run game going like we've been seeing all season, it's ours. And if you can just get one stop, I don't think we stopped Vegas one time. I don't think we stopped them one time.
The one time we did was a face mask, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one time.
Dude, this was an ugly game.
Felt like there was missed calls all over the place. There was that egregious face mask call on Jonathan, or non-call, when Jonathan Abrams tackled Kareem Hunt in the first quarter.
Yep.
Yeah, that was definitely, yeah. But then they called it on us every single time.
Yes, sir. It was, and I don't know about your guys' feelings on this, but I know my buddy Nick and I he came over to watch, and he was just like, Fox is really giving us these weird angles, and you can never really get a true idea of what the fuck was going on in the game half the time.
Yeah, what was up with their camera angles today? Because on that touchdown, you couldn't see. It was like the goal line cam was like angled up, so you couldn't see the ground at the goal line, which is ridiculous. Like, why is that up like that? You know what I mean?
Fox's cameras was kind of weird all day. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, they were weird all day, but like they were especially weird in that moment to like not have that angle.
Have a great angle to see if he can overturn that.
Right.
I agree, but not only the angles, like just the picture all day seemed kind of grainy and it just didn't little jittery.
Yeah, I agree there. I mean, it doesn't help when your team is playing bad football and then it's hard to watch it for a secondary reason.
They knew they were coming to Cleveland, so they left their good equipment at home.
Yeah.
Right. But no, if there's one thing I can say about this, I got two positives.
You found positives?
Well, one positive.
Shit, man.
They're like backhanded positive, Sean. So tell me.
Okay.
One, this game was not on Baker Mayfield.
It wasn't.
That cannot be
It
said.
wasn't.
That's my only positive.
Two, and Cortez, I know you covered this a little bit in your little post stream. Wait, Seaman Demon, drugs. The cameraman was high as shit. Yes, but Kareem Hunt, when he was running the ball, for the most part, he was effective. But I get why you're saying run. And then even that one Dearness Johnson run, who when he's been used, has had effective runs.
Yep.
I know Nick and I were talking about this while watching the game after that run, because Nick picked him up in fantasy right after Nick Chubb went down and then moved to try to make me trade him players. But you thought it was going to be the same kind of deal we had with Chubb and Nick Chubb, and Kareem Hunt, where they were kind of splitting carries to help carry the offense, and they've just been seemingly relying on Hunt nonstop.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one of the things I noticed. They didn't feature Dearness enough. They didn't bring him in enough. It should have been more of a balance between the two.
Yeah, I mean, one of the strengths of our offense has been early in the season, at least, that we have fresh legs coming off the bench all the time, and we did not have that today. I mean, when you got fresh running back versus tired defense, fresh running back wins. When you no longer have a fresh running back because you're not rotating them out properly, that advantage goes away, and all of a sudden it's advantage defense because their defense was sitting a long time. Because they played ball control really well today. So their defense was fresh all day. It was fresh all day long. It was fresh in the fourth quarter still. That defense could have played another 2 quarters because it was fresh. Like it was like Subway fresh. I mean, like it was eaten and it was fresh. Okay. Like it was, man. So them tackles was hot and ready. I mean, I swear, a couple of our guys got actually cooked, from the friction of the hits. Like they got burns on them from the hits. Like, I don't know if you guys watch anime, but you ever seen somebody get hit and they're just like smoldering from the hit? Our defense, our offensive guys looked like that a couple times. Like I could see the the smoke coming off of them. Yeah, cooked.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, it was as much as granted Sendejo still didn't play great today, but he had a few big hits throughout the game. I can also say that
he wasn't the worst player on the field today.
No, he
was. Which is the first time that we could say that all year. And I mean on both sides of the ball. Like every single game except today, he's been the worst player on the field for either team.
Yep.
I did like that. He had it on Derek Carr. That was a nice hit he put on.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Nice. It was real nice.
But no, it was it's just one of those games, man. Like I feel like we were due for one and that it was going to happen eventually, but you were hoping it wouldn't be against the Raiders. Granted, actually, better off that it is against the Raiders because at the end of the day, they're a 3-3 team. It's not they're a team where you're still trying to figure out what exactly they are. But
they're better than what they are.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean they beat KC.
Exactly.
And that was my one fear going into this game. I'm like, all right, they beat KC, but they're not used to this weather because I had work this morning, so I'm standing out there in this weather. I'm like, oh, we got this. They're inside or they were in warm weather. They've never had to deal with this. But lo and behold, guess what? They played better in this weather than we did.
Yeah, it kind of defeats your argument of warm weather quarterback versus cold weather quarterback, doesn't it? That we've been having all year.
No. I've never. Derek Carr has played enough cold weather games where I believe him. You're talking about an unproven.
I'm just giving you shit, man. I'm just giving you shit. It's okay.
And it's not like they won because of Derek Carr. I shouldn't say that. They won because of Derek Carr's legs and Josh Jacobs and our defense's inability to stop the run this game.
Yeah, no, I mean, I texted you during the game and I said, our defense is making Josh Jacobs like Derrick Henry because
everybody was running on him. Like, They couldn't stop Carr. They couldn't stop the fucking fullback. They couldn't stop Booker, the second string running back. Like they couldn't stop nobody. They could have put me in, and I could have.
Yeah, I could have got 4 yards in the cloud of dust against this defense today, and I'm a 400-pound, 5'9", fat ass mother, and I still could have got 4 or 5 yards per carry today against the Browns. I mean, they were bad. It wasn't even like we were we were just getting ran over, through. Yep. They were running through the tackles. They were trash, man. I hate.
It's one of those hard pills to swallow. It's you want them to be successful.
Also, covering tight ends today was again a problem.
Yeah,
always. Covering tight ends again was a problem, dude. Our linebackers, we just need to clean house at linebacker. Just everybody got to go. Everybody, I don't care. Everybody has to go. If you have an LB at your position, out of here. I don't care. I don't care if it's MLB, OLB, fuck out of here. I don't care if it's PLB. I don't even know what a PLB fucking is.
Cortez, are you sure you haven't been giving Sean some Henny?
Look, man, there's no evidence of what's in here. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say. We got an unmarked bottle. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh God.
Oh. We got an unmarked bottle. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't care. And same thing with any safety that played so far. That's last name is not
Harrison.
Or out of here.
Or Red Wine, because again, Red Wine when he sees the field is
Red Wine is okay. Yeah, Red Wine is okay.
But he's not. They're not letting him see the field over Sendejo, which I still don't get.
Yeah.
Sure, Cortez can only shake his head.
I don't even call him that no more. That's Bendejo. Compliment Mr. Justin from now on.
Bendejo is good. We're gonna switch to that. Jeez.
Well, no, Justin. How are you feel? How are you feeling watching that? Like,
I mean, like I was saying on Cortez's thing, like I'm not, obviously it stings, but if you got to look at the positives, we're going into the bye week, 5-3, winning record, after 8 weeks. Last year and past years, even before that, would have been way worse. 2-6, 0-8, So I mean,
yeah.
Like I said, you gotta.
Yeah.
I mean, use this loss to spark that fire.
It's
Teller come back healthy, Chubb come back healthy, Garrett rest up and come back healthy. Yeah. Maybe make a trade for a linebacker or a safety here in the next day or two.
I don't know what asset you have because David Njoku just choked away his tradability.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that somebody dropping like 2 passes is going to change their draft stock. I mean, their trade stock.
To me,
like 2-3 passes, but
he does that consistently. That's why I say that.
Yeah,
exactly. You'll get a couple games out of David Njoku, then in that next game, it's just
drop.
Exactly.
Yep. And we've gotten a few games out of David Njoku, and then nothing but drops.
I wish they would have got. I mean, like I know it's because of the elements that we weren't throwing as much, but I wish they would have got Higgins involved more. I mean, he only had 2 targets the whole game.
3, and he made one of them. But one of those you could see the wind carried the ball away.
Yeah,
and it's just one of those things. Like you don't know what to do. And
is Earl Thomas still available?
Earl Thomas is still available, yes, but he's considered a locker room cancer. I don't know if you want to put that in this situation.
You know what, man? Winning cures all ailments. At least it should. I'm not saying go get him, but I'm saying I'm not saying go get him for a long-term thing. But I'm saying how much can he hurt you for 8 games?
Yeah. I don't know. I still rather try and trade for Harrison Smith or
Harrison's only going
Anthony Harris.
I was about to say that's only going to cost you a 4th rounder.
Right,
Yeah.
but if the argument though, yeah.
Ain't HaHa still sitting out as a free agent? HaHa Clinton Dix?
Yeah.
I mean, he can play, you know. And,
I mean, anybody
then again, he got cut by Dallas. So what does that have to say about him?
I mean, actually, it might tell you some good things because, like, you know, obviously, you know, Dallas isn't trying to win this year, so maybe they cut him to get worse.
Well,
I can say that's a plus about us. We're not Dallas.
No,
we are not Dallas. Damn.
We're not Dallas. We're not the Jets.
This is the first time I've ever been able to say that. Thank goodness we're not Dallas.
Yeah.
We're not Dallas. We're not the Jets. That's the important.
We're not Washington either.
We're not Texas either.
Yeah, well, the Texans just been garbage.
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing a fire sale for everybody who's not named Deshaun Watson. I'm sitting here, I'm like, give me Will Fuller, give me that give me that safety, give me JJ Watt. I'll give up a second or third for JJ Watt. I don't care.
Yeah, I want JJ. JJ on the opposite side of Miles.
That would be disgusting.
Yeah,
and this is what I want to get into. Miles, he's getting an. They confirmed he's getting an MRI tomorrow. Tweaked his knee on top of retweaking his ankle early on, so they were using him in slot play.
Yeah, they're saying I guess he got a contusion in his knee.
Yeah,
which, you know, 2 weeks off he should be okay with that.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, he did come back and play, so it's obviously nothing that serious.
Right.
You know, it's weird to me that, although it is strange to me though, and maybe you guys have a thought on this. And actually I want all you guys' thoughts on this one. This one's weird to me. Why would you take your first overall pick that you just paid big time and put him back into a game if you are still concerned enough to order MRIs?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand that. Do you guys understand?
No,
that?
I don't. No, that's a good point. Like,
if you paid him a lot of money, and you still are concerned enough about injury to order MRIs,
but then you go and play him,
and you're going to play him. Like, what the hell is that?
Go ahead, Cortez.
I feel like the MRI at that point is just being precautious. That's all that is.
Yeah, but if you're that worried,
why did you play him in the first place?
Yeah,
I get.
Don't play him. I mean,
I guess it was because they still thought they were in the game at that point.
Yeah, but what's a game against, like, somebody who, you know, you just signed for what, 4 or 5 years?
5 years.
5 years, one game. And if he's injured, it can only get worse. It's not going to get better by playing. And you just signed him for 5 years with a lot of guaranteed money.
Speaking of all that, though, y'all see what happened to Ronnie Stanley for the Ravens?
No, what happened?
He just got signed to a 5-year, $100 million extension to be their left tackle, and he hurt his ankle and had to get carted off the field in like the first quarter. He might be out the rest of the season. So, I mean, as much as that sucks for him, obviously I don't wish ill will on him, but that might be a good thing for us when we play him later on in the season.
And like I said, Cortez, I know you disagree with me, but in my eyes, they still have a real chance of going in 12-3, 11-4 if they can get that split with Baltimore. If they can get that split, that's the key, because Tennessee, they like you said, the Bengals aren't as bad as their record shows, and they've proved that today. They nearly beat us last week. They nearly beat Cincinnati, or nearly beat Indy the week before that, and they just beat the Titans today. So in my eyes, we still have a shot to beat the Titans. I had that as a 50-50 chance game as it was anyways.
We just got to be able to stop Derrick Henry.
Exactly.
And if they play like they did today, they ain't stopping Derrick Henry for shit. They don't give up 300 yards.
No. You got to be able to stop the pass with Ryan Tannehill also. But granted, if you don't get any help on defense before the trade deadline, then you fucked.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those situations. You really have to take. If Andrew Berry is serious about winning, he has to take the initiative to make a move this upcoming week.
And my question with that is do you guys think that, and this is going to come out of left field, Do you guys think that the Falcons are sellers at the deadline?
Yeah.
They were saying that the other day that they weren't, but I mean, anybody can be bought for the right price.
The reason I'm asking is because, you know, if Deion Jones were to become available.
That team has been going down ever since the Super Bowl
Yeah.
with the Patriots.
Yeah.
They've
been getting worse and worse, but I mean, Deion Jones is considered one of the best coverage linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree, but I mean,
he's young too. He fits within your window of winning. He was drafted in 2016.
I would say it's more likely that we would get Keanu Neal from him than we would get Deion.
Probably. I mean,
I would take him though. We need safeties.
I would take a lot of people. Right now.
Anybody but Andrew Sandejo.
Right.
Anybody three off the field.
Yeah, it's so hard. Just because you sit here and you're like, it's if the defense was just where it needed to be, and that's we were saying that last year, and we thought that some of these pickups that we made would help fix that.
Yeah.
Granted,
some of the players aren't on the field though.
Right. And granted, like right now, you look at linebacker, and part of you wants to say, man, let's Andrew Berry just shut the fuck up and pay Joe Schobert because he was one of our best run stoppers.
Yep, he sure was.
Yeah.
I also wonder, would Miles Jack still be available? Because that would be a big upgrade. I mean, I know that he hasn't had he didn't have the best season last year. I know that he's had an okay year this year so far, but
he's better than Taki.
He would be he would be a hell of an upgrade over Taki.
Definitely.
He would be.
Taki's on the verge of being cut next year.
I don't see Taki not getting cut next year unless he makes a huge, upgrade, or they may. I mean, he's still on a rookie deal, right? So they can't even restructure him and pay him less, to go in. He should be.
He's essentially a special teams player right now,
right? Yeah. And he's an okay rotational player. He can't be your starter.
No
way. He can't be the one who plays 70% of your downs, first down through third down. That can't be his job. I mean, he should come in spots, and play special teams. That's he should come in to give whoever is actually starting a blow. That's his job. All right, let me catch my breath. All right, guy here, Taki. Let me get back in now. I'm good. That should be Taki's job. And also he should be, getting towels for everyone and water. He could do that really well too, I suppose.
You petty.
I mean, he's got decent athleticism. I bet he could do both at the same time and save the team some money on water and towel boys. They could, refunnel that cash back into, getting Taki's, replacement on. Sorry.
Yikes. Now I want to get your guys' opinion on, do you feel like throughout the game, not just towards the end, because I think at the end we can all agree that that you missed OBJ's playmaking ability. At the end, definitely. But throughout the rest of the game, did you miss it as much, or did you think this was more so on the elements?
So, I didn't really miss it that much if we would have caught the damn ball. Even if you would have caught 3 out of those 6, it would have made so much difference. Like if Brian didn't fumble that ball, Njoku didn't drop that pass, it was at least a 20-yard gain. And if
Landry holds on to the touchdown.
Yeah, if Landry holds on to the touchdown, it's a completely different game. You don't even really notice OBJ not being in there that much.
But I do feel like it changed the way defenses had to play, though. The defense had to play, though. Because they were able to put more players in the box and not have to, deal with the stretched field as much. I mean, stretch the field as much because they didn't have to account for OBJ's speed, which we don't have, or we can't replace OBJ's speed. No, and not being able to do that, impacted how defenses were able to stack the box, how they were able to position players, and what defenses they could actually run. Because there's some defenses you can't run. There's some sets and some plays you can't run because it exposes you to just getting cooked by OBJ.
Yeah.
With that being said, do we go and get another receiver?
I don't think anybody that can stretch the field like that is going to be available. Do you?
Adam Thielen, apparently.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, Thielen is available.
He will.
Thielen would be great, but what are you going to give him for him? I mean, that's a premium player. I mean, that's
second rounder. You have 2/3. You have your second. I think you have 2/4 too. If you keep your first and you just use those 3 rounds as your ammo for trades, you could pull off a decent amount.
I mean, yeah, but like if you go and get Adam Thielen, is he on an expiring deal? Do we try to unload OBJ after that? Like I'm thinking of the financials.
I was getting into that. There was the report this morning from there was the report this morning from Rappaport that the Browns once the new league year starts will look to unload OBJ. I think it's horseshit, but
I mean, and what are you getting in return anyways from OBJ? I mean, you invest
a team who's desperate for him like the Niners have been, you could probably get a second. Maybe.
I mean, if we trade a second for Thielen, then get a second back for OBJ, that's a win to me.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine a world in which the stars align for that shit. That's a lot, man.
Crazier things have happened.
Yeah, and we got that Stefanski connection.
Exactly.
Yeah, they might be more willing to make a deal with Stefanski.
Because Stefanski's there. He's out. He'll be out of the conference. He'll be in a completely different conference. It makes a little bit more sense. So
I guess I don't see the need to have like that crazy. I mean, you need somebody to take the lid off, but you can get a speedster in the second round of next year's draft. I don't feel like you have to spend that much cash to get that field stretcher, because you don't need an OBJ. You just need somebody to take the lid off the defense. That's it. You don't necessarily need you don't have to replace OBJ, because you still have enough playmaking on this offense.
Exactly. And I think that showed today. The issue is we just had drops. If it weren't for the weather and the slick balls, I don't think you have half the drops that you did. Except David Njoku's.
Let's not get into slick balls on this show. This is a family show. Okay, now I'm playing.
Except David Njoku, because that motherfucker refuses to use his hand and always body catches.
That's because he got frying pan hands.
We've seen that he doesn't though. We've seen him make real catches when he uses his hands. He's just like, I'm just going to use my body.
Cradle this. Let me just
understand that. It was right on the numbers, like right there, man. Just right there.
I don't think Njoku's a Brown next year for sure. No. There's no way. There's no way to bring him back. Impossible.
Nah.
I'm starting a fucking parade. If Njoku's back. What's that?
I don't know. They kept Josh Gordon for how long?
Yeah, but that's a different situation.
Different organization. I mean, totally different organization from the top down.
No, that was Andrew Berry was a part of that organization.
I mean, Andrew Berry was around, but he wasn't calling the shots.
He was the assistant GM. He had say.
The key word there is assistant.
All I'm saying is there's enough there that you're just like,
just let him go.
No, I think you got to let him go. Let Harrison and let Harrison Bryant and Austin Hooper be your 2 tight ends that you roll with.
If we're letting them go, I'll let him go for a 4th, and I'll just draft the next Harrison Bryant next year.
What's his contract like right now? I don't know his contract status.
They picked up his 5th year option. He's on his rookie year. He's in his 4th year right now. They picked up his 5th year, so next year's his last year on his contract.
Okay, so if you cut him, what is the penalty? Do we know offhand? Because we're gonna like in the next year or
10 million, I think. Because remember, because you remember those rookie contracts for first rounders for that 5th year is all guaranteed. So let me check.
You can't cut him then. If you got to still pay him the $10 million, you may as well just keep him.
I believe
At
it's
that
close
point.
to 10 million.
If you can trade him and get anything back, you can do that. But you can't just cut him. You can't just have 10 million on the books for no reason at all.
No, I mean, I think we could probably trade him to like Washington or somewhere for like a 5th or a 6th rounder, but that would probably be it.
Even that would be okay.
Okay,
but
it's not 10 million, it's 6 million because he was a later pick, but still,
you don't want 6 million just on the books for nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, at that point, just play him on special teams. Make him a body on special teams.
Just make him a blocking tight end.
Yeah.
Well, he can't block.
Put him on special teams.
Nah, they're trying to hurdle all over everybody.
Although that hurdle today was nice.
Yeah,
he didn't go anywhere.
Hey, he stepped on the motherfucker.
Like this.
He hurdled himself out of bounds. This shit was stupid. It was pretty, but when you look at what it actually gained him, all it did was expose him to injury potentially. He got maybe a half a yard, and he just looked stupid. He looked like Forrest Gump jumping. He got high in the air, but the way he was like, I was running.
Oh, that's fucked up, Sean. That's fucked up, Sean.
I'm in rare form today, guys.
This is Sean when he's upset. I can attest to this. Sean does not hold back when he's in a bad mood.
It's shitty though. Like today should have been a great day for me.
Yeah.
I got a car today. I became a homeowner officially today.
And the Browns,
man. Like
the Browns just ruined your entire mood today.
You shitty motherfuckers. You like, why couldn't you win today? Like, lose last week, win this week. Like hit me with the good day, the whole good day, like the sweep. Like, can I please? No. All right. Well, fuck you too then. I'm going in.
All right. We've avoided talking about it. This run defense. Let's get to it. Let's break it down because
garbage. Trash.
I got one word for you. Arm tackles. No commitment. I'm sorry, that's 3. I got another one. Shit. I'm serious. Like
Cortez, remember I told you I had this buddy I talked football with all the time. This is him.
Ain't it fucked up though that like the one game that Vernon actually shows up, like nobody else does? Nobody else.
Right. Oh my god.
Vernon flashed, but he still missed assignments today.
Yeah.
At least he had sacks.
He did have sacks, but he had terrible lane discipline.
He did.
Terrible.
He did.
Terrible. A lot of those runs opening up like that, like we were parting like the fucking Red Sea. And like a lot of that opening up was failures to be disciplined in run defense. We knew they were coming, and everybody's trying to rush around the edges, leaving them opening wide fucking open. Like, you goofy bitches, fucking close it. Like just slide over. Like, just stay where you're supposed. As a matter of fact, don't even try to put any pressure and just stand there. Just stay where you're at. You'll be in a way better position to fucking make a play. I'd rather see you give up 1 yard by just not trying to get into the backfield at all than to give up 8 because you motherfuckers are over pursuing.
Well, the run defense only had 1 good goal line stand.
One.
Yep.
And they still got in. I'm sorry. No, it was a field goal. They got the field goal. You're right.
It was just 1.
You're right, Cortez. My bad. I'm taking something away from them. They stood up and played for 4 downs once.
Yep.
All day. 1 time. I would have had a better chance of stopping the running back by just like dick slapping him. Like just come here, you motherfucker. I mean, what was that?
Sean, I do want to point out we officially have 2 black people and 2 white people on the show today. Sean and I each make up a half of one, and we got representation of each on the bottom of the screen. So
we just need an Asian dude to run the numbers now, and we'll be good.
Oh,
we need a statistician. So let's find like who has an Asian friend. Let's get him here.
Let's not go. Let's not go.
I'm just playing. I'm playing, guys. I'm playing. I'm just playing. I'm actually pretty decent at the numbers myself. It's okay. But it's ridiculous. It's like the tackling was so bad. The tackling was so bad that I'm pretty sure that I could have put my girlfriend in on defense and she would have gotten more tackles for even just no gain, not even losses. I just want they ran the ball 25 times. How many rushes was it? I know Josh Jacobs had 23 rushes when I last saw the stat.
24 is what I think he finished with.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Carr had a handful.
Yeah, Booker and Carr got 45 yards on quarterback scrambles.
Fullback had a decent pickup on the one.
He had that 13-yard run where it was like no one was on the field to tackle him, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Well, what it was as you see, is that one of the cheerleaders for the Raiders kind of worked their way down onto the field, and all of the Browns, because we don't have cheerleaders, they were awestruck and were standing around her having a circle jerk instead of playing defense. That's what happened there, is that we just didn't have anybody in the area because they were distracted. That's the only way I can, figure out what happened there.
You got a quarterback scrambling like that, you're supposed to pop him and let him know to stay in the pocket.
Right. I mean, he did get popped a couple times. Matter of fact, our favorite player of all time, Sendejo, was one of the ones laying the fucking wood. No, it was bad, man. The tackling was abhorrent.
Yeah, I mean, the tackling was abhorrent. The passing was abhorrent. Like Jarvis, who's got some of the most steady hands in the league. I counted.
Jarvis left his glue at home. Is what happened.
At least 4 dropped passes. He finished with 4 catches on 11 targets. 11.
He usually slathers his gloves up with honey, but it was cold, so the honey hardened, and so the ball was bouncing off his hands. Because when you get cold honey, it gets hard and it's not sticky anymore. So that's what happened.
Man,
I'm coming with the explanations tonight.
When he got popped in the end zone on that last one, I got scared, honestly.
Yeah. I was nervous.
Knowing he has the broken ribs.
Is it really broken?
No, it's just cracked. Probably just bruised, honestly.
But
people are just trying to give him excuses.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you suit up, you play. And whatever. Because, the minute you make the decision to suit up, if you say you're healthy enough to play, I hold you fully accountable for however you play.
Exactly.
We did for Baker a couple weeks ago, so yeah.
What's that?
I said we and I did for Baker a couple weeks ago, so yeah, yep. I agree.
If you suit up, because if you're too injured to play at a high level, then you should stay home.
Exactly.
You mean like Baker in Pittsburgh?
Exactly. He shouldn't have. He shouldn't have been on the field.
He should not have been in that game.
No, he was clearly not okay. He shouldn't have been on the field at all.
Yeah, but I got scared for a minute. It was just one of those things where you saw how he got hit. He got sandwiched, just bam, right in between them with that hard hit to the back too.
Yeah. That's how you end up leaving the field with more cracked ribs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens.
So
you get hit like that, slip discs, all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
but he was dropping so many passes. I almost wish that he would have gotten. No, I'm playing. I'm just playing. I'm playing. I'm about
to say, motherfucker, that leaves us as Hollywood as our one, and we have no one else.
That one's fully a joke. That one is just. There's no malice in that. I know
you're just in such a bad mood right now.
Jarvis just had a bad game, and right now these insults are rated E for everybody. Everybody's getting them. I'm getting ready to go on. I'm getting ready to get going on.
Are you sure Cortez is not just in the same room as you with the Henny? He just sliding in that bottle real quick.
I'm telling you, dude. You don't know what's in this.
What is in that?
We're not going to talk about that. Just know that it's not water.
Oh, so it was a post-game concoction to help you drink away the pain.
It's It's vodka and Mountain Dew.
You always drink. I'm not surprised. Why should I act surprised?
Actually, I almost never drink vodka.
Well, no, like when we had the draft party after Manziel, you made Mountain Dew because you're like, what you got in the house? Vodka. Fuck it.
Mountain Dew goes good with vodka. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Because then you get the caffeine and you get the alcohol, you get all the sugar, and you get a really bad hangover the next day. It's perfect.
See, Justin don't drink, so Justin's like me. He don't touch the devil's liquid. But
whoa. We're not getting the devil's liquid anywhere. Okay, the devil's liquid is warm, and it's white and it's thick, and I have no intent.
This is dark brown.
No, the reason I'm in such a bad mood is I'm actually really hungover too.
You had your Halloween party last night.
I had my Halloween party last night. My boy came over with some Gentleman Jack, and Gentleman Jack is delicious, by the way, gentlemen. If you've never had it before, it's fantastic. Some of the tastiest, smoothest whiskey I've had. Yeah. It was my first time drinking Gentleman Jack. I'm usually a Jameson guy. I like a lot of different stuff, but it's a lot that could be said good about Gentleman Jack. I mean, Gentleman Jack was pretty dope. I didn't even need to chase her.
And then it's the way you felt afterwards.
Well, I felt bad afterwards because I was drinking these like ridiculous, weird, like fucking vodka. Because I don't drink vodka very often. But one of my boys was over. His name is Tony, and he was mixing these vodka lemonades up, and we were just drinking them like they were water. And then hours later, after I was already drunk, my buddy came over with Gentleman Jack because he got off work. He's a chef. He got off work and came home because he's our roommate. He lives in the apartment. Like we live down in the house, but there's an apartment over our garage in the shop, and he lives in that shop in the garage. Like there's an apartment over top of it. So he came home and he was like, he stopped at the liquor store after work at like 10 o'clock and brought over Gentleman Jack. So we were already drunk when he got here. At least I was. And I probably did 5, 6, 7 shots of Gentleman Jack too.
Cortez, I need to get you and Sean in the room and see who's left standing.
Me.
Yeah, it'll be him. Jack always does me in every time.
Oh, it doesn't have to be Jack. I mean, I can do rum. I can do any whiskey, really. I don't like Henny. It's rough to me. Henny is rough to me.
This is like water to me now.
I mean, yeah, it's easy to drink, but the flavor, it doesn't. Not for me.
It seems like the only reason we're talking about alcohol is because it seems like every Browns fan can use some recommendations after today's game. Mm-hmm. Justin's over here like, no comment. No.
My recommendation for today is to drink something that is tasty and sweet, actually, because you can drink a lot of it, to forget the pain. And so I'm recommending, Applejack, Crown Apple. Get your apple game on. It's still fall. Fall is not for pumpkin. Fall is for apple. So
now, guys,
get in there on some apple stuff.
I got a drink that tastes like a caramel apple.
Yeah, I normally.
You know my Washington apples.
Mm-hmm.
The Washington apples. What you talking about? They're good. Those are good.
Well, guys, I got to ask you. We have the bye next week, and we have the Texans the week after. So, what are you looking for going into that game?
I'm hoping for linebackers. I'm hoping for new linebackers, like all of them. I'm hoping that between now and then, we make 3 separate deals for 3 linebackers. And that that Sendejo gets cut, not even replaced, just cut. I'd rather play with
a trade just as a gift.
I would rather that we just play with 10 men on the field than to have Sendejo there. We could just give him a handicap because then we could scheme for 10 players. You know what I mean? Instead of scheming for 11 and only getting 10. That's the
Cortez. How about you?
Yeah, just some new linebackers, a couple of them, And I hope to have Teller and Chubb back. I'm pretty sure we'll have Teller. I'm pretty positive about Teller, and I'm about 90% Chubb.
Yeah, I'm 90% with Chubb also because that's a 5-week mark. They said 5 to 6 or 3 to 6 weeks.
I'm willing to bet that he could have technically gone today.
Yeah, and they just wanted to play it safe and give him.
There was just no reason to. We expected to win this game without too much trouble. We didn't expect Josh Jacobs to become fucking Walter Payton today.
No,
sorry,
you're right,
huh?
So no one expected that. You're
no,
right.
I called this game. I said this game was going to be like a what did I say? 12, 13 point victory, something like that. Like I literally called today as a blowout.
I called today as a win by a field goal. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to be like a 9-6 game.
Yep, it was that for a minute.
Yeah. No, I thought we were gonna until I saw the forecast today. Then, once I saw the forecast today, because I had us scoring 30 again today. And then when I saw the weather report for today, I was like, nobody's scoring 30 today. That's not happening. But last week, I think I said we were gonna win like 38-21. And that obviously was just the furthest off that I could have possibly been.
Well, no, you got the 38 right.
You got the 38 right.
Oh no, he's talking about
this week. I'm talking last week in the postgame show.
He was saying
I said today we would probably win 38-21.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't have possibly been more wrong.
Yeah, you right.
Then I mean, I guess we could have scored nothing, but it kind of felt like that. So
I think Parkey's missed field goal at the end, which I kind of don't like.
I don't blame him.
This is probably the one time I'll say I don't blame Cody Parkey because that wind was all over the place. It was going left, it was going right, it was going up, it was going down. You didn't know what the fuck you were getting.
How about Phil Dawson's flag is still there?
That's wild.
I'd kill to have Phil right now.
I wouldn't. Because if Phil was still around then, that would mean that we were back in like 2009. We're like,
he just retired. What, 2-3 years ago?
No, he retired last year.
Yeah, but like Phil isn't in the league for a reason. He knows that he can't really do it anymore. Now, could he kick in adverse wind conditions for short yardage? Of course he could. But of course he could, and no doubt. I mean, he could have came out today and probably went 3 for 3. Because none of them were 30 yards. They were all like 26, 27-yard tries. They were all short yardage. So he could have hit all those. But yeah, no, I understand the sentiment of missing having a reliable kicker, but no. You don't want somebody who can't kick a 42-yarder anymore. That's not what you want on the field. Not anymore.
Cody's pretty decent though.
Cody's okay.
Well, Cody was good that season we had him, which he turned into a contract, and then the second year of that contract, he shit the bed.
This is what I have to say. Anytime the game comes down to you missing a field goal, you fucked up. You can't leave a game in that much doubt that a field goal is what decides whether or not you win or lose.
Now, granted, field goal,
and it was only one field goal. If you miss 3 field goals, okay.
Yeah.
You miss 1 field goal, you can't even. Nope. I'm not giving the rest of the team that out.
No.
This responsibility is on everybody except Cody Parkey.
Yeah. I mean, granted, at that point, you could argue that the missed field goal was a complete momentum shift.
We didn't have any momentum.
We didn't have no momentum.
No.
There was no time in this game where we had no momentum.
I'm talking about this final drive when you started making the plays, you started getting towards the end zone, you started doing what you had to do. Jarvis had the touchdown in his hand and got cracked. Okay, it is what it is. Let's hit the field goal and try to get the recovery.
Let me ask you a question, Matt. A serious question. At what point during that drive did you feel like we could win the game?
Before Jarvis got cracked.
Did you? Because I didn't feel like it then.
I felt like we had a chance to win it if we got the recovery. I was more focused. I was thinking about the recovery already.
When the fourth quarter started, I was like, nope. We were just playing too bad. And in every phase, we played bad. There was nothing we were doing well.
When we
you can't. I'm sorry. Sorry, Cortez.
When we punted that last time in the fourth quarter, that's when I knew it was over. I was like,
yeah.
That time.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see you drawing the line right there. I drew it before that. As soon as we got to the fourth quarter, and I was thinking back at the start of the fourth quarter, like during the commercial break, I was like, what have we done well this game? And I couldn't come up with anything. I was like, yep, nope. Because there's nothing you can leverage. There's nothing that you have going that you can go, okay, yeah, we can lean into this and we can get through. You know what I mean? Usually if you have the run game going or you got the pass game going, you know, and the gap's not huge, you're like, okay, well, if we just lean into this phase, you know, do what's working, we can pull it out. But nothing was working. There was nothing to lean into. If nothing's working by the fourth, if you don't have anything working at the start of the fourth quarter, you're not coming back if you're down. It's not happening. You have to have something that's working.
Do you think Kevin had a good game plan for this game?
I think the game plan was affected by the shift in weather.
Yeah.
I don't think the game plan was an issue.
Mm-mm.
I think that the problem with the game was just terrible tackling.
Yep.
And it allowed us to not have very many possessions. It allowed them to completely control the flow of the game because we couldn't tackle anybody. And when you don't have the ball, you can't score.
Yep.
I think the final tally was like 34 to 18 minutes of possession.
Yeah, that's putrid.
You can't win like that.
No, that's putrid. I can't even think of a better word for it, but putrid.
Just sad. Just sad.
I'm not even looking at the stats right now because I'm scared if I look at the stats, I'll throw up.
Oh, I'm looking at the stats for you. All right, the Cleveland Browns final stats. Ooh, this is not pretty. Never mind. I might not say these.
Yeah, Just watching the game, I knew the stats looked gaudy. I'm not. Nope.
Hey,
not doing that to myself.
Baker ran the ball well.
Yeah, Baker did run the ball. We ran the well. I guess we did something working because we ran the ball okay.
22 rushes for 101 yards, 4.6 average.
What was that?
22 rushes, 101 yards, 4.6 yards per carry average.
Yeah, and we should have had twice that many carries.
Yep,
definitely.
25 passes. Baker 12 of 25, but that's not on Baker in this case.
No, because 6 of those should have been completions.
Yeah,
way more than 6 of them should have been completions.
If you say it's 18 for 25, that's just the 6, right? That you kind of drops.
Yeah.
If you have the drops back, that makes him 6 of 18. You can win 6 for 18 easily. Yeah. 18 for 25.
Considering what the drops were, this would have been a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. When our safety is the leader in tackles, you have an issue. Ronnie Harrison, 11 tackles today.
Ronnie Harrison. He's
the leader?
He was the leader in tackles today, followed by Porter Gustin, B.J. Goodson, Mac Wilson, and Malcolm Smith.
Am I the only one saying we need to lock up Porter Gustin for the next 5 years?
It's just a smaller deal. He's a good rotational
deal. I'm not saying break the bank for Porter Gustin, but I'm just saying every time he's had an opportunity to play this year, he's played well. Out. He's been very reliable. He's gotten to the quarterback. He's gotten pressure. He's been okay in run defense. You know, write him a check, make him a rotational player for the next 5 years. That's a piece you can build around. I'm not saying build the defense around him. I'm saying he's a good building block. He's somebody you can work with that.
Only 2 QB hits today, both from Olivier Vernon when he had his 2 sacks.
Yep.
That's sad. No pressure from the quarterback. No pressure on the quarterback.
And by the way, I know we're trying to give Olivier Vernon some credit because we need to give some credit out for this game. But we need to find some shining moments for this game. But let's keep it a buck, though.
This is the only time he showed up.
Not even that. He was working against their 3rd string tackle. they had 2 tackles down with injury at that position.
One of them is actually not even an injury. He's got COVID.
Yeah.
On the physically unable to play list. Okay. So he was working against their 3rd string tackle. I'm sorry. If you're not getting sacks against the 3rd string tackle, then what the fuck are you doing starting?
Got a point there. You make it sound like you should have had like 5 sacks.
Right.
You should have had at least 3. But that isn't the point. You know, we're paying him like a top end. We're paying him like a very high quality end. And the only time he steps up all year is when he is in like MAC conference competition. And I'm not even shitting on the MAC. I'm just saying, you know,
that in the NFL, a 3rd stringer might as well just be the MAC. I get what you're saying.
I'm saying you're playing against somebody who probably wouldn't start on most you know, first division, you know, Division A college teams. Like, you know, I mean, he's playing against whoever's playing right tackle for Toledo. That's who he got 2 sacks against today. So I'm actually taking one of those sacks away, and I'm gonna say he got 1 sack today. He got the equivalent of 1 sack today because of the competition he's playing against. Now I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, well, it's the NFL. Everybody's good." Bullshit. Have you seen Sendejo? Fuck out of here. Everybody in the NFL ain't good.
Sean, I gotta respect you because you always keep it a buck.
Let me drop like 150. I'll go play defensive end better than fucking him. Let me drop like 150 pounds. Let me get a tryout with the Browns. I can play defensive end better.
I think we basically covered it all. I mean, there's not, like we said, there's nothing really to talk. There wasn't much really to say. They lost.
No.
They played like shit.
And it was a boring game. I almost fucking fell asleep.
Yeah, I did get drowsy during it.
I got drowsy in the 4th quarter.
Cortez, you'll feel me when I say this. I had just gotten some condado with some queso and
what's condado?
You don't know condado?
He lives in Monroe Falls, so like.
Whoa! Wait a second now. Don't act like I've always lived in Monroe Falls. I moved here 6 months ago.
It's new,
motherfucker.
It's new. That's why I say that.
Okay.
New.
All right. Okay. I was getting ready to say, like, don't act like you know.
So it's new, so it's understandable.
Okay. All right. Cool. I didn't know. So I'm about to say, like, wait a minute now. Don't you know?
It's only been around for literally like a year and a half.
Okay.
Probably. And
I don't live in the Mayfield area either.
Yeah, you were in Garfield a lot, and you were working a ton and all that. So that's why. I was
yeah, I was getting ready to say that. Don't try to.
The backstory of Condado is it's the former partner. The co-founder of Barrio a long time ago. They split. One of them went to Columbus and started their own. It's basically Barrio with more vegan and vegetarian options. Easiest way.
Oh, okay. So like worse Barrio.
No, it's actually
it's better than Barrio.
I'm just playing because anytime somebody takes meat out of a dish, I'm out. You know, that's why I was making that joke.
Like they have jackfruit and things like that. I know.
Okay.
I know Cortez has been on his vegan veggie shit. So like, I thought you were for a bit.
No, that's just the fiance. I still eat chicken.
Yeah, I was about to say that's Ty. That's not him.
That's all.
I was gonna say like,
okay.
As somebody who spent 10 hours in front of a smoker yesterday, smoking pork. You know,
I miss those days.
What's that?
I miss those days standing in front of a smoker. Smell of pork coming off the smoker. Oh,
man, dude, if you had walked past my backyard yesterday,
I probably would have cried.
You definitely would have knocked on the door like,
hey, yo, can I ask you?
What's up? By the way, y'all are all definitely invited to the next cookout.
Well, Sean's the guy who's like, do I know you? No. Well, come on, I'm gonna get you know you. Let's make you a plate.
Let me get you a plate. Yesterday, I made macaroni and cheese. I smoked a bunch of wings. I smoked 2 pork butts.
Justin hungry now.
Bro, I'm
Look at
already
his face.
making
Yeah.
plans to get that Kevin Bacon and melt that
Bro.
since it's out now.
Hey,
So
where's
you know
that
that
from?
that's
Or
from Melt.
what?
The
That's
Kevin
from
Bacon.
Melt?
Yeah, that's from Melt. They do that sandwich once a year.
6 different kinds of bacon.
Man.
And bacon infused
It's the
mayonnaise.
best.
And, I know.
You said 6 kinds of bacon?
6 kinds of bacon.
I haven't tried this sandwich.
It's because
It's
of one of their
best.
seasonal specials. It's
And I need
their
to.
take on a meal.
Is it a November sandwich?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
this
That's all I need to
November
know.
sandwich. It's until November 25th.
We in
Hold
there.
on, 'cause
I'm in there.
I'm gonna read this to you, Sean, and you're gonna be like, I'm just gonna order Melt tonight and that's gonna be dinner. Go in my new dad van and pick it up.
Hey man, fuck off. I bought a minivan today, guys. But you know what? I bought a minivan that
works.
that works. You know what I mean? I'm spending $700 on it. There's no dash lights. Nothing's broken.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn it into a sound van. Because you know what?
You're gonna turn it into
There's
a tailgate
no
van.
vehicle that you can fit more speakers in than a minivan.
You're gonna turn it into a tailgate van. That's what you turn it into. All right, the 6 degrees Kevin Bacon, hickory smoked bacon, black pepper crusted slab cut bacon, maple bourbon glazed smoked pork belly, Italian pancetta, herb cream cheese with bacon bits, in-house made bacon infused mayonnaise, sharp cheddar, fresh romaine, and sliced tomato.
Did you say pancetta?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is delicious.
It sounds. Oh my God.
Yes. Maple bourbon glazed smoked pork belly.
oh my goodness! Maple bacon smoked. Oh,
With
okay.
hickory smoked and black pepper crusted slab cut bacon.
Oh man,
And then
that's wild. Okay,
there's
yeah.
a picture for you. Oh,
Okay.
Sean's drooling.
No, I'm just playing. I have I can't order out because I still have 6 pounds of pork butt. Because I smoked, like I said, I smoked 2 of them, and then I shredded it all up. I poured some. I made some homemade mustard based barbecue sauce, which is. I don't know if you had the mustardy, barbecue sauce. They do it in North Carolina a lot.
Now you're talking Justin's language.
And that sour, that tang with the sweetness of the pork, because most of my rub for pork is brown sugar.
This is the Browns post-game barbecue show.
Right. Okay. And so it was the rub was brown sugar, garlic, black pepper, white pepper, salt, and smoked paprika. Gotta have the smoked paprika because you got to make it even smokier than the 10 hours on the smoke than the 10 hours on the smoker will make. And then I smoked it with hickory, to get a real smoky smoke in there.
I just keep seeing Cortez's face, and he's like, "This man is gonna kill me." But yeah, Sean
Cortez. The next time I'm smoking, I will let Matt know so he can let you know. Come through.
He's got he's got a full stocked bar too, Cortez.
I do.
I'm there.
My bar will kill you.
Hey,
you'll be dead.
Hey,
you'll be dead on barbecue and bourbon.
Here, you have Ty drop you off before she works one day. And you just kick it with him until she gets off.
Just kick it, man. When she picks you up, you'll have the meat sweats, and it'll be all good.
Oh, man. Oh, man. You got my stomach thinking about it real bad right now, man.
Shit, I was almost eating one during the show. Almost eating a sandwich during the show. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna try to maintain at least a little bit of professionalism. Yeah. But I'm too salty to be a total professional today.
So that's why I'm smoking and drinking.
So that's why I'm just, fuck these motherfuckers and trade everybody and come on, because I'm salty. I'm salty on a level that I haven't been with the Browns in a while now.
Since last year.
Since last year, yeah. It's been almost 12 months since I've been this salty with the Browns.
I'm really sorry. Not the Phillies fans were texting me.
Oh man, you need to just go ahead and block those numbers. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. Oh yeah, you need to get you a new one. You need to get her to fuck up out of here. No, I'm playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Boy, I've known Ty for like 6-7 years. She's the type who would smack your ass around, Sean.
She ain't gonna smack me. I hit back.
So what can I do?
I don't know, man. Shit.
You chose
not my problem
situation, Cortez. You chose this situation.
It's safest when your girlfriend just doesn't like football that much, because then you don't have to. Then she doesn't care. You know what I mean? So then, she watches me and just laughs. And she's sitting over there right now at her computer station. Say hi, babes. You'll have to excuse the mess in the office at the moment. Like I said, we had a party yesterday, so she's a little fucked up. But yeah, she just laughs at me when I'm like raging out. She's like, "Oh, it's so cute that you care so much." When I'm like, "Ah," and I'm like screaming, she thinks it's the cutest shit ever.
Tom makes fun of Cortez's ass. Yeah, don't matter. They gonna lose anyways. Walks out. Did I just nail it?
I'd have to kick her in her shin. Just one soft tap to the shin. You know what I mean? That'll teach her.
Earlier, it was like, I hope your team does okay, babe. I'm like, what do you mean okay? Well, they're not gonna lose, so they gotta look at least okay. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not spousal abuse if you just kick him in the chin once.
Steelers fan, because I've worked. I worked with her before Costco. How is she a Steelers fan? Because her mom's a Browns fan.
Her mom's not a Browns fan.
I've seen Janet wear Browns shit around before.
Janet comes over here and disrespect the Browns thoroughly.
Yeah, but Janet's. I'll say this: in the time I worked with Janet, she would disrespect the Browns, but still hope they were doing okay.
Every time she comes over here, even when they win it. It's crucial, man. It's crucial.
She's still that sassy motherfucker, ain't she?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Hey, Ty gets it honest. Her and her mother watched out for me at Drug Mart.
Yeah, they told me.
Yeah.
The hell are those?
Yeah. What?
My buddy Chris, I guess he went out and got food, but I don't recognize these packages at all. They just have a bird in a suit with a fucking hat on, and it looks stupid as hell. I can't tell what it is, but it's the dumbest looking fucking logo I've ever seen in my life. It looks like it's a chicken. The logo is a chicken, but it has like a marching band costume on and like a fedora. It's the weirdest shit I've seen in my life.
Did Mr. Chicken update their logo?
I hope they didn't update it to that, because that shit look retarded. Excuse me. I don't mean to be offensive to any of you retards out there. Oh, wait. If you're retarded, then you're not offended, because no, I'm just playing. I actually don't usually use that word, because I actually don't love the retard word either. But
Sean's just on his shit today.
I'm just on my bullshit today. I'm salty, and you're getting salty, Sean, today. That's what it is.
It's not good. But no,
salty Sean is an asshole.
This broadcast, and we can just bullshit in the back. Thank you for all those who tuned. Got weird.
Thank you, guys.
Because football this week wasn't good. So peace.
Later.